Hello and welcome to GadgetGuideUSA. Thanks for watching my ESCAM Patron QF500 IP camera product review. We got a lot to talk about, so let's go ahead and dive in. Of course, we always start with the box. This is just a pretty generic brown box. ESCAM IP camera. I'll give you some symbols, PNP, Wi-Fi, a bunch of kind of not important stuff. The most important part is, of course, it just gives us our part number and the app to get, which is the 2CU app, and we will go over that. All right, done with the box. Get it out of the way. We got a lot to talk about. This actually has a lot of features. So what we saw in the box was, of course, this IP camera. Included was of these two antennas. Some assembly was required. You had to screw this antenna in, plug this antenna in, and plug in the power supply, which the power supply also came with it. It came with this door contact. And I have the alarm set right now, so what this is this is designed for either doors or windows, and you put this on the opposite side of the window and the opposite side of the door, so that when you open the window, this actually comes away. And you see I'm being careful with it because I actually have it set to an alarm. Not only does this serve the function as an IP camera, as a DVR, it's actually recording right now. It has an SD card slot in the back. It also serves as an alarm, so let's say we had this on a bedroom door. We have an alarm that goes off. The app goes off, you can check, ignore it, and turn the alarm off. You have quite a few options there. And in addition, not only does this go off, it also sends an alarm to your phone no matter where you're at. As long as you have phone service or internet service on your phone, it will send you an alarm to your phone, and if your phone isn't on you, it also sends you an email to the email address you select. So it's kind of playing the role of a home security and a home DVR system all in one. But we'll go ahead and get more into that. And this is the mount that comes with it. The camera has the two antennas here, the power supply, and you can see here it has a place for a memory card, so you can actually record. It records pictures and or video, and you can fit a 32 gigabyte card in there. It recognizes the 32 gigabyte card. I don't have a 64 gigabyte card to test, but the instruction manual says somewhere it supports only 32, so I didn't have any reason to test it. This screws into the bottom here, so you can mount it, up high on the ceiling or however else. Fortunately, mounting is always important, but it has a huge degree of rotation. It rotates 360 degrees here on bottom, so all the way in the circle. Maybe not 360 degrees, maybe 355 degrees, but essentially 360 degrees. In addition to rotating 360 degrees in the circle, it also rotates about, I don't know, I'd say 110 degrees up and down. So you can kind of look down there, and it looks all the way a little bit past up. So probably around 110 degrees of rotation up and down and 355 degrees of rotation in the circle. It may not be perfect, but it's, better than I would expect. Also in the box is included with some sticky pads, and basically those are for your home security system. You can order quite a bit more of these. I don't know if there's a maximum, but it allows you set up to 9 per unit. And we'll look more into that. I don't know if there's a maximum, but you can set up quite a few of these. So if you want to set up 3 in each bedroom, a couple for the hallways, some for the living room, it's totally possible. And you need just to buy these separately. The unit I got only came with 1. So we've talked about the mount, we've talked about that. Now we're going to go ahead and go over the instruction manual. The instruction manual is very easy to understand. The setup of the camera is actually really neat. I enjoyed it. It makes a QR code and everything, and we're going to go ahead and step through that. And so it says the first step is, to connect the antennas, connect the power cord. The next step is to download the 2CU app from the Google, just to be sure, it does have a 2CU app for the Apple Store. So not only is this good for Android, it's good for Apple. I'm assuming that because the directions say, like I said, I did not specifically test it with an Apple device. And then you go ahead and register your account. You're going to need to register it with an email address or a phone number, or however you'd like to recognize yourself. I used actually both. And then the next step is actually the neat step. So we go here and we go to settings, and you can actually, I'm sorry, that was the wrong way. You click to add device and you go to smart scan. And what you do is you put your Wi-Fi name and password in there. And then when you click next, I'm just going to go ahead and pretend and enter some number there. All right, it actually makes a smart code, which is you then scan by the camera. I don't want to scan it because it'll actually reset the settings I already have in here, but it makes this QR code, and you hold it, the directions say 20 to 30 centimeters. I believe that's about 7 to 10 inches or somewhere in there. I hold it about 7 inches away. maybe, yeah, about 7-8 inches away, and it scans the QR code. It did a really good job of scanning it. As long as you held it straight and you held it at the proper distance, it went real easy. You hear a beep, this thing beeps, and then you click heard and it says, aha, successful. So now you have it connected, and it was really simple, and now the Wi-Fi is connected and you just have the 2CU app, and this is what you'd see. As you can see here, we have the little lock symbol, and that lock symbol means that the alarm is on, and that if I actually trigger this, it will actually set an alarm. I click that one more time, and the alarm turns off. You heard the beeping there. If you actually want to watch the camera, you click this middle button, and as you can see, it's actually there, and we do have some feedback. Not only does it actually do video, you can just see my chest there, but it also does volume. As you can see, there's kind of, we're getting that repeat effect. We don't like that for the camera. But another thing is you can actually talk into your phone and talk to the camera. Hey, don't steal my stuff. So, I mean, there is some benefits there. I'm going to go ahead and get out of that because I don't like that echo, and I know it's not great for you as a user. And we're going to go ahead and step over some of the options. If you go to Edit, you can change the device name and the password. As you can see, that's the name of the camera here. I'm going to go back. You can also go to Settings. And this is basically where you're going to control the camera from. It has a lot of features. I was really kind of surprised at how many features it had. Of course, you can set your date and time. Your media settings, you can change it. If you're in Europe, it'd be PAL. If you're in the United States here, it's NTSC. But to be perfectly honest, it doesn't really matter. We can go back as security settings, so you can change specific passwords. And if you want to log in as a guest, it has that password. I actually did not play with the guest login at all. I just saw it as an option. I didn't really mess with it too much. Network settings, whether you're connecting through Ethernet, it does have an Ethernet port ready to go. Of course, Wi-Fi is a lot more convenient. So then we have alarm settings. And as you can see, it has the buzzer, which you heard earlier. It's pretty loud, and you can set it to how long it rings. The buzzer is off by default, but I turned it on, of course, so to demo it. It has motion detection as well, and if you turn the motion detection on, which I'm not going to turn on now, anytime this camera detects motion, it'll set that alarm off. It'll also send you an email to the email address you hook up if you have it set to this alarm push email. As you can see, I have an alarm push email set up. And then alarm push ID, it's where you'd like to push it to. So it does have quite a few options. And receive alarm message is, if you have that on, it actually sends that message you saw earlier directly to your phone in addition to your email. So when you turn the alarms on, whether it's motion detection or you turn this alarm on or whatever else, not only does it can send you an email, it can send a message directly to the phone, it can buzz like an alarm, so you have lots of options. Like I said, the functionality of this and the options of this are awesome. They're all covered in the instruction manual, but there's even some additional secret hidden functionality that you have to search for, and we'll get to that. Let's just keep going. It has your record settings, whether you'd like to do manual recording, and that means click on the button and actually click record, or alarm recording means that anytime the alarm goes off, you'll instantly start recording, or scheduled recording is I want to schedule at certain times. I want to schedule, I think somebody's coming in at midnight, so you're going to schedule it then. I imagine you can figure it out. But it has lots of options. You can actually have a record switch there, so you can turn that on and off as well. So the 2CU app is actually really good. One of the downsides to the 2CU app was the permissions it asked for. I really felt uncomfortable. It asked for permissions, like when you download it from the Play Store, it asked for your contact list and things like that. So I really didn't like that. But it does need to be able to scrape a lot of information to do all these functionalities. So I kind of, at the same time, I don't like the permissions that you have to give it. But at the other side, I love all the functionality it gives you. So, it's a pro and a con. So then we have the setting called Defense Area. And what Defense Area is this. It considers this iHome security system, these door locks. It's considered the Defense Area. And this is what I was talking about earlier when I'm not sure how many you can connect. But it makes it appear as if you can connect an unlimited amount. Remote control, it says up to 8. Hall, it says up to 8. Windows, up to 8. Balcony, up to 8. So I don't know if it actually, bedroom, 8. Kitchen, 8. Courtyard, 8. Door lock, 8. Other, 8. So I'm not sure if there's actually a limit. If this is just like an 800 megahertz emergency signal, then it could literally support an unlimited amount, and you'd only be limited by the range of the broadcast, which I tested at 30 feet, and it easily worked. So for your average size house, it should work fine, but of course you're going to have to probably test out ranges. Everybody's house is different. Some people have dead walls. So you know, I'm not ready. I don't want to say it's unlimited. You can have as many as you want, because I only have one to test out. You know, if I had 10 to test out, I would have tried to connect 10 and then told you I know you can connect 10, but I'm going to assume you can connect a lot more. You also have storage settings, which kind of, I have a 2 gig card in there, so it tells you, how much you can put on there, how much you have left. You can even format the SD card. And then we have device update. I'm not going to lie, I didn't attempt to update the device. I don't want to. It was working fine, so if you feel the need to update, that's great. The 2CU app overall is great. I was really impressed with all the functionality and all the options, especially because you're getting that for free. We'll go over and it tells you, like I said, the instructions were very easy to understand. You can step through them, and they'll explain to you how to connect the camera to your internet, and then how to use the 2CU app a little bit. It does require a little bit of, user handiness to go ahead and set up. One thing the manual doesn't cover is one of the neatest things, and I really enjoyed that. Of course, I'm the gadget guide, so I go out of my way to find functionalities that are hidden or secret. And one of the secret things about this is that if you go to escam.cn, you can actually get a desktop app as well. It says, oh, only Android or Apple. They are liars. It also works well for Windows, and I'm going to go ahead and bust that out right now. And I have my super cheap Acer laptop here, and it's just asking for permission, so it's just your standard Windows opener. Now it gives you the app remote login, and I used my Gadget Guide. GadgetGuideUSA at gmail.com is my address. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this off screen, just I don't want you to see my password. Alright, so you just basically put in your email address and password there, and you click OK. And basically what we're doing is we're logging into the cloud server that all this works off of. And the cloud server doesn't come with any associated fees or anything like that. It works fine right now. I didn't pay any fees, so I don't think there's going to be any fees in the future. ESCAM is actually a pretty large company, so I have faith somewhat that their cloud servers will keep running for some time. So you do have different options. You can access it through your phone. You can access it through your desktop or your laptop or any Windows device, or you can just set the recording and you can actually grab this SD card anytime you want to grab a recording. Let's say you had a 32 gigabyte card in there. You can pull the card out and plug that into a SD card reader, and then of course that works as well. As you can see here, there's the actual cam. There is a few second delay. It is being broadcast to the internet, so I really can't blame them. So not only can you view with the PC, you can also control it. As you can see here, I don't know, here we'll go ahead and grab this. I'm pushing the up key and the camera is just slowly going up. So you can control the angles with your phone. I'm going to go ahead and log in with my phone as well, and we're going to be double logged in here. So we have the laptop logged in, we have the PC logged in. We can control the camera with either one. See, I'm moving it down with the phone, and you can hear we have that sound. If you have a microphone and headset plugged into your PC, which I do not have a microphone or a headset or anything plugged into it, it also has the sound functionality for your laptop. I thought that was a really neat option. And let me go ahead and turn this echo thing off here. The functionality as far as getting the app from the ESCAM website is not mentioned anywhere in the guide, so that is definitely like a super secret functionality that I thought was neat. So at the end of the day, the ESCAM QF500 is a really neat device. It's a home DVR system. You can record directly to the SD card, or if you get the PC app, you can actually record directly to your PC, so you can use your PC as a storage device for your DVR. It also doubles as an alarm system if you want to order a few extra of these. It's mountable on the ceiling, so it has a lot of neat functionality. I can't say it was super cheap, but it definitely wasn't as expensive as a DVR system, which runs up in the hundreds or maybe even $1,000. But it definitely has all the functionality I needed. It's definitely going to be fun to play with. The ability to connect and view the camera with my phone anywhere I'm at. When I'm at work, I can watch my house. When I'm on vacation, I can watch the babysitter. So it's a nanny cam, it's a spy cam, it's a home security system, it's a home DVR. Just tons of functionality bursting out of every seam. In the end, 2 thumbs up. I'm really glad I got this device. I hope you enjoyed my product review today. Subscriptions are always appreciated. Thank you. Comments are always welcome at the bottom of the page. And if you have any specific questions, comments, or suggestions, please email me at GadgetGuideUSA@gmail.com. Thank you for your time.